All right, let me try this again. Oh man, like I said before, let me know you're here. Hit the like button, the love button, all that stuff. Grab your coffee if you have a coffee. I'm gonna drink a little bit of my coffee here. Hey, what's up, Dan? I see you on there, buddy. Appreciate the like, the love, man. Appreciate the like, the love. Hey, go ahead and share this video too. I'm doing a special. Here for this. So anyone that likes this training, comments below free course, and then shares this training, I'm actually going to give them a free course. So I'm going to be doing that next week. So I want to encourage you to, to follow those instructions, and like I said, like this video, comment below free course, and then share this free training here that I'm going to be doing tonight. And then, on top of that, I'm going to get ahead and deliver you a free training course, because I have a nice ClickFunnels account, and I have lots of courses in there, and I'm going to be loading up a course next week. I decided, just to give back, just to give back, just doing a nice course. I never seen anybody do that yet, so I thought it'd be cool to do that. So awesome, Dan, you're in, man. You got the free course, Dan. You're in, brother. You got the free course. I think I see my man. Hector Lopez on there, man. I'm gonna be getting with you, man. We're doing a call at 8 o'clock, man. Looking forward to chatting with you. Just helped one of my clients get his first VA last night. That was pretty cool. But what I want to do in this video, in the start of this video, is I'm just going to share a little bit about my story before I start going over the topics. And then when you guys get the free course, you're going to get like some behind the scenes kind of stuff, like like over the shoulder kind of training and stuff like that too, to help you build, see what you can do. But yeah, my man Hector, I see you on there. Yep. Yeah, Donna, you want to put a free course for this one, and then and then share this video too, and then I'll be giving you a free course. I'm creating a free Amazon dropshipping course next week, and I'm just going to be giving it out to people. Just looking for ways to give back here. So make sure you go ahead and do that. But anyway, like I said, before I get started, with sharing the value here on all the different topics at hand, what I'm going to do is just share a little bit about my story. First off, for those of you that really don't know me, I'm a father, a husband, a family person. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. I'm a competitive athlete at 37 years old. I just did a wrestling tournament over the last year, a jiu-jitsu tournament. I do runs regularly. I'm going to do a 15K run. It's my next run for me and my wife, and then I'm going to go do a triathlon because I want to be considered a triathlete. I like to continue to test myself and push myself. I like to do things I'm afraid of. I was telling the guy at the barber shop today, I got a haircut today. I'm like telling him how to face his fears. He was like afraid of heights and stuff like that. I was trying to encourage him to go skydiving. So I'm somebody that really likes to face my fears. I like to punch fear in the face. That's something I always like to say. I like to punch it in the face. When I get scared all the time, because I'm always doing things that are outside of my comfort zone. So when I get scared, I literally just say fuck it, and I just do it. And I say I'm going to do this like it's the last thing I ever do. You know what I mean? So that's my fear conquering strategy. Just to share that with you guys. So, but the way I got started in the e-commerce space, I'll take my entrepreneur journey back to when I first started almost 20 years ago. First introduction to entrepreneurship was Anway. It was a network marketing company. Didn't have much success there. Did that for like 2 years. Then I went into landscaping business for 12 years. Had that. Thanks. You look young with your haircut. Yeah, I feel young. I feel good. So, but yeah. So in 2000, to my e-commerce story, in 2008, I got into e-commerce. 2008, 9, and even part of 10, I just realized it. Like going back, looking through my old tax papers, and I had an LLC. It was called McCall's Coins and Collectibles and Souvenirs, and I sold products like that. I had a wholesaler. I sold products like that, and I sold collectibles like on eBay for around 2 years, like part of 08, all 2009, and part of 10. And I did that. I didn't have much success. Just kind of broke even doing that, like in the background of my landscaping business that I had for 12 years, right? I had 6 trucks and like multiple crews working, secretary, assistant, like all that kind of stuff, right? I had all that kind of stuff going. So I wasn't really giving it like the focused energy. And that's something that I always like to say. I always like to say that focus energy is the best energy, because you gotta be focused. You know what I mean? You gotta be focused. So no matter what you're doing, whether it's sports, business, your family life, sometimes you're trying to juggle all these things, right? As I seen a video of myself juggling a little bit ago, but yeah, you do gotta learn to juggle sometimes too. That's for sure. But anyway, to the story, I didn't have much success. Didn't have much success like that. Doing that business. I got all kinds of likes, loves, angry faces. But in 2013, I decided to get back into it with a friend, and I got into drop shipping on eBay actually, and I didn't have too much success, but I had some sales here and there and things like that. Then I hooked up with a local mentor. That was a good friend of mine, and I started selling these. So I started selling these toothbrushes online. It was the summer of 2014. I was like heavy into like network marketing and other internet marketing types of stuff. I had a month where I was making like $300 to $400 a day for like a whole month. So if you do the math, like $10,000 in a month, like profit. So I had this month like that, and I always share that story because it was like, for me, it was like that was like a breakthrough. It was like, oh wow, like you make a lot of money doing this stuff, like just like you do with your landscaping business and like other ventures that you've done. And like sometimes you need to see the belief, and that's why I actually, with my clients now, I actually give them products that sell, that way that they can see it, because it's hard to believe something when you can't see it. You know what I mean? So like if you can do it for them a little bit just so they can see it and start to feel it, you know what I mean, then they have the belief, right? So that's why I do that. So yeah, so anyway, with the toothbrush story, it was short-lived. They were generic toothbrushes. I didn't really know any better. I had Oral-B make me take them down, and like they're threatening to sue me and stuff like that. And it was funny. It was funny. It was short-lived. But I went on, just trying to master the e-commerce space. Dibbling and dabbling with Amazon, with eBay, physically shipping, drop shipping, FBA. I've really done it all. 2014 and part of 2014 and 15, I did like $1 million in sales drop shipping on Amazon. Got frustrated with drop shipping on Amazon, even though I'm talking about it tonight, and stopped drop shipping on Amazon for a while, and actually decided to just do only FBA. And that was in 2016, and I worked my numbers up. Like I brought my numbers all the way from like $70,000 a month to like zero. You know what I mean? It's like one month you kill it, the next month you have nothing. It's like you have it all and you have nothing. You know what I mean? And that's the way business is a lot of times. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like to talk about that. They like to try to act like it's like everything's up all the time. But you have some, what goes up must come down. What goes down must come up sometimes, right? So, but anyway, so I worked my numbers back up: $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month, $40,000 a month, $50,000 a month. And the summer of 2016, last year, I decided to start doing some coaching and stuff like that. And that's what got me in the habit of giving back, because I was like sharing this stuff, but I really wasn't doing like coaching or like sharing too much content and stuff like that at that time. But in the summer of 2016, after hitting like $50,000 a month in sales FBA, like only FBA, no drop shipping, I had all my friends that were doing like $100,000 a month in sales a piece. They were all hitting me up and wanting me to coach them on FBA. You know what I mean? So, being that they wanted me to coach them on FBA, I was like, all right, I'm going to charge like $5,000 a month for this, maybe. I'm like, because I know it's worth it, because I'm going to like, hold their hand and walk them through what people pay $40,000 for college. You know what I mean? They don't make anything back for years, and $100,000 for college, like charge them $5,000, start making them return right away. I'm thinking that. Then I was like $2,500. Now, I'm going to do $1,000 a customer and take on like 10 clients a month. So like so as the first month I went for 10 and I only got 9 clients like that. And that's kind of like how I got into like paying it forward and starting to do like coaching and you know, sharing the different knowledge that I had. So fast forward to 2017, you know, big wedding this year. You know, I had some other ups and downs in business and things like that, some other mistakes that I made. And I decided to get back into drop shipping on Amazon. And the reason why I decided to get back into drop shipping on Amazon after all that time and ups and downs in comparison to like FBA is because with drop shipping on Amazon, the one thing that's really cool about drop shipping on Amazon, and nobody can deny this, is there really is some pretty solid like instant gratification. There's some pretty solid like instant gratification dropshipping on Amazon, because Amazon is the retail pig in the marketplace. You know, they own the marketplace, Amazon. You know what I mean? So they do the marketing, they do the selling, they do it all. So all you got to do is list products, you know, and source them from somewhere. And then when they sell, you sell the product, you collect the difference, and you get paid. You get paid right away. You know what I mean? Of course, you got to wait every 2 weeks, depending on like, you know, how new you are or whatever. If you have a more established account, I can talk to you and give you some advice on using a program called Payability, where you can get paid daily. That's something that I'm doing. So, because I like capital, I like working capital. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's worth taking a little less so that you have more working capital. I always say in the retail space, this is something that I say, it's big. It's big. I say, little pigs get fed, big pigs get slaughtered. You know what I mean? Little pigs get fed, big pigs get slaughtered. And you got to be willing to eat the crumbs before you eat the sandwich. You know what I mean? Like, so everybody wants to like hit a home run. Everybody wants to like hit it big on the first shot. But what you need to do is just need to start getting sales rolling in. And as you start getting sales rolling in, then you can start putting systems in place to manage all this stuff that's going on. Then you can start outsourcing that and things like that. So what I'll do next. What I'll do next is I'll start to go through this little list here. So in comparison to like things like eBay and other programs out there, with Amazon, how to get started on Amazon. With Amazon, it's not like eBay and other programs where you do it on the same site. You actually got to go to another site called sellercentral.com. Sign up there. If you already have a buyer account, you will use the same email and things like that, and you just get and set up your seller account. I mean, that's all there is to that. It's just like signing up for anything, you know, Facebook, you know, anything out there. You know what I mean? So that's pretty simple. What is drop shipping? So I'm keeping this like as like a brand new person. Like even the people that have been real experienced, you know, maybe they might need some reminders. But like, what is drop shipping? So drop shipping basically is when you list a product somewhere. Here's Amazon. You list a product on Amazon. You don't have the product. You list it on a product. So let's say the product let's say you can get the product from somewhere else for $80 or something like that over here. You list it on Amazon for $100. If it sells for $100, basically you collect the difference. You know what I mean? After you sell the item. So when the customer buys the product, you ship the product directly to the customer. You know, they get the product, and then you get the difference, and you never stock the item. So as far as working capital goes, obviously that's a good thing. So, I mean, all this last year I was coaching all these people on FBA and things like that. And, you know, the truth is with FBA, it's awesome. You can get better margins and things like that, but the turnaround is slower, you know, 60, 90 days. You can't even say 30, 60, 90 days. It's more like 60, 90 days because you got to wait for the product to get in. I mean, I have people that sent stuff in right away. 2-3 weeks later, they've already got everything back. And, you know, my neighbor invested like $400 and it was up $1,000 in like about 5 weeks, a little over a month. You know what I mean? Learning FBA from me and stuff like that. You know, he had bought my course and stuff. But you know, but the turnaround. Long story short, the turnaround's longer. You know, for FBA, right? You gotta get the product. You gotta prep it. You gotta get it in. Then you gotta stock 30, 60, 90 days worth of inventory, however much you choose to stock. You got to do that. With drop shipping, if you list an item, it sells. You collect the difference and you get paid right away. You know, if you're on biweekly payouts, you get paid biweekly. I always tell all my new clients, I always tell them, you know, borrowed capital is just as good as liquid capital if you know what to do with it, right? It's something I always tell people. You know what I mean? Borrowed capital is just as good as liquid capital if you know what to do with it, you know, and you know you're going to get the money back in time to do it. That's another reason why I do like payability though too, because it's nice to have the money right there, to have the business kind of running and fueling itself too. That's obviously a benefit. So anyway, so this next topic here on here, any questions anytime, just go ahead and drop in and ask whatever. Let me see if I can scroll down here. I'll go ahead and go to the I'll go ahead and go to my Facebook here so that I can see what's like, so I can see if anybody's saying anything. So any questions at any time, just feel free to go ahead and drop them below. But I'll go ahead and go on to this next topic that's on here. So where and how to find products. So there's two different ways to find products they're pretty basic. There's you can either find products on Amazon, and you can just simply copy and paste the title and paste it into Google and go try to find out where it's being sourced from. Or you can go directly to the source, same thing, copy and paste it in Amazon and in the search and see if it's being sold on Amazon. Then you go see if you can make a profit after you calculate the difference. Sorry guys, I'm having a little trouble with my my comment feed here. So just want to make sure I could see everybody's comments. So yeah, like I said, anyway, okay, my Facebook group going live here too. So yeah, any comments any time, just go ahead and comment below. Like I said, reminder too, like this post, comment free course, and then share this post, and I'll go ahead and give you a free Amazon course that I'm coming out with next week. Never seen anybody do that before, but I'm doing that. I'm doing that here for the fun of it. So looking forward to doing that. So, but anyway, where and how to find products. Like I said, you either start from Amazon to the source, or the source to Amazon. You got good old Google. I mean, it's as plain and simple as that. And then the free course that I give everybody that likes, comments, and shares this, I'll actually do a demonstration of like sourcing products and finding products. Okay, so there's just a basic rundown here, while we're doing this. Okay, so how to maximize your profits. So let's talk a little bit about that. And it's funny because I actually just put a tip in my Facebook group in here, because myself and a lot of us are using gift cards, because you can buy a product. Let's say you buy a product for $100 from like Overstock or something like that, and their gift cards are 9% off. That means that you would get a $100 product for $91. So that means you just made an extra $9 just like that, just from using the gift card. So like, there's a very powerful way to maximize profits, right? So here's something that a lot of drop shippers probably forgot, because it's like I had to remind myself because I was forgetting to do it, is you can actually go to a cashback site, and before you buy the gift cards, you can use cashback for the gift card sites, make a couple dollars back from that before you even buy the gift cards, before you even make that extra $9 or whatever. Then when you actually go to source the product, you can use the cashback site again. So it's like you get cashback once, then the gift card discount, then the cashback again. So it's like a 3-time banger, right? So then you can even use credit cards where you're getting 1 or 2% back from your purchases from when you buy the gift cards. See how you can stack money? So you can stack money. So a lot of you guys that are more experienced are probably listening like, oh man, I'm forgetting to do some of this stuff, right? So it's a good reminder for those more experienced people to remember, to learn to stack your cash, right? Use the credit cards where you're getting cash back. Use cash back when you do gift cards. Use cash back before you hit the gift card site up. That way you're getting cash back before the gift card. You get the gift card discount, then you get the cash back on the sale, and you use the credit card to add cash back. It's like 4 times. 4 times you're able to double, triple, or quadruple your profits, right? Maximize your profits. So let's talk about this next topic here that I put on here. How to outsource 90% of your work. It's not hard to outsource 90% of your work. First off, when it comes to the drop shipping on Amazon, anyone that runs a big drop shipping business, there's no way to do it by yourself. There's just way too many moving parts. There's way too many moving parts. You have to get a VA, and the most important thing that you can get a VA for. What is a VA? A VA is a virtual assistant, just a regular person looking for a job. You know what I mean? So a lot of people like VAs like that, like it's like something weird. They're just regular people looking for a job. I don't even call them VAs unless I'm on the internet, because then it's like everybody's like, oh, they have VAs. You know what I mean? I'm just like, when I'm talking to my wife and other people, I'm like, yeah, my worker, because I always called my workers, you know, like from my landscaping business. And, you know what I mean, from being in business before, I just called them my workers. But anyway, so you want to get VAs to help you do the majority of your work for you. And what are the most important things that they can do? So some of the most income generating activities you can do, you know, if you're drop shipping, is listing, right? And product research, finding products, profitable products to sell. Well, if you're working a job, a 9 to 5, you're never going to find time to do it. You know what I mean? If you're not working a job and you have another business, same thing. You still don't got all that time to do it. It's better just to have one person do it. Like, a lot of people like to be like a jack of all trades, but a master at none, right? You heard us saying that you don't want to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. So a lot of times what happens, the same thing happened in my landscaping business. My different employees ended up becoming better than me at different tasks. Even though I was the boss, I knew how to do everything. They ended up becoming better than me at different tasks. You know what I mean? And that's what happens. If you have one person doing product research, they'll probably become better than you at it. You know what I mean? They'll be able to follow trends more. You know, how do you find products and get a better product research type of mind? You want to follow trends. I like to do like fast follows, like Mark Cuban calls fast follows. Like when something hot comes out, and then you can go right behind it with something similar or the same thing and rebrand it. That's like private label kind of stuff. But you know, there's seasonal stuff. History repeats itself. What happens when you become used to doing this kind of stuff? You remember what happens in the past, and that's also another good way to spot trends. You know, spot trends or something that's good's going to happen. You can spot it really quickly. You know, it's like there was this one thing that happened before. I'll just give you guys a short story, an example of like just knowing something's going to happen from past experience. So my friends were encouraging me to buy all these Yeti cups a couple years ago. And you know, they were all sending them in, you know, making like $20 a cup and selling tons of them. You know, my friend Kellen had his first $100,000 a month, and he was mainly selling those Yeti cups, you know, when they were first hot, right? So I'm like we're looking at the Yeti site, like me and my wife, you know, and we see these straw lids. There's these straw lids that are on there, and I'm like, those straw lids are going to be super hot when they come out because everybody's got the cups. Right, so when they came out, me and my wife ordered 100 of them to test it and sent them in, right? And we were like, man, like let's see what happens, you know. So they were like $5 profit. We sent 100 of them in. They sold right away, like in just a couple days, like $5 profit, 100 of them, like $500, right? $500 profit. So we were like, oh man, let's keep sending them in. We keep sending them in. And I'm the one that created a double listing for them. I created a double listing for them for a package. And they were even better profit. They're like a $12 profit a piece, and they were selling right alongside of them. And then what happened was other people, of course, end up having to race to the bottom. You know, they call it some people call it the downward spiral. Some people call it the race to the bottom. You know, there's two different terminologies I hear most people say. But anyway, so they went down to like more like $3 profits a piece. But at their peak, we were selling like 400 of them a week. Even at $3 profit, it's $1,200 a week off one listing. You know what I mean? So that's just like one cool story of following trends. You know what I mean? And seeing something getting ready to happen. You know what's going to happen from the past. You know what I mean? And then you just follow it in there, and you just go in there and kill it, right? So there's another good example there. So here's this next topic here: putting together systems and tools to make things easier. So you know, it's just like in network marketing. They always talk about it like network marketing. They say things like they'll be like, oh, well, how is McDonald's ran by teenagers? It's $1 billion franchise. How is McDonald's ran by teenagers? And you know, and they always say, well, it's because they have a good system. So how do you get a good system? How do you get a good system? How do you outsource? And how do you keep on outsourcing, keep on getting fine-tuning your system over time? How do you do that? Well, I like to follow the philosophy of like the 1% of philosophy when it comes to that, because everybody wants to go like a million miles an hour, but what happens if you just ground yourself to a little bit each day over a long period of time, it ends up making the bigger difference. And you just give little tasks each week. You just keep on trying to figure out more ways to outsource different things in the business, and then you focus more of your energy on the other things that matter or are most important, if that makes sense. So systems and tools, you want to make sure you have systems to track your inventory, systems to track your repricing, systems to track what's going in and what's going out, and that kind of thing. So obviously that's really, really important. Without a system, I like some millionaires like to talk about it. They say the system should be so good that your workplace should pretty much be boring. You know what I mean? I've heard lots of billionaires, talk about that. They say your system should be so good that it's actually like boring. It's actually like boring. You know what I mean? So that's how dumb you want your system to be. Like it should be like dumb proof almost, right? So how to capitalize on Q4 and get the most out of it. So here's the topic. So this is going to go back to the outsourcing topic. How do you get the most of it? You got to get leverage. You got to get leverage. You got to learn how to use tools. That's part of this too. Before this, you got to learn how to use tools, and you got to outsource. You cannot do that. You cannot do this business without outsourcing. You know what I mean? So that's the first thing I do when I get clients is I want to get them. I want to get them like a virtual assistant to start helping them do things. It doesn't matter what it is. And here's the thing. Here's the conversation too that you can have with like virtual assistants. Like I said, AKA people that just want a job, right? So here's the one thing you could say to them. You could say like, look, I only have like an hour a day of work to give you. Are you willing to work for an hour a day? Or 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day. Like you don't have to start out like a full-time job if you feel uncomfortable or you feel like you're not able to give as much stuff, right? So you don't have to start out. Giving them everything. You know what I mean? You can just start out with just a little bit at a time. You know what I mean? And that's where it's like the whole 1% a day philosophy. You know what I mean? It's like you just keep on giving them another task. When I first started drop shipping on Amazon I didn't hire a product research person at first. I actually hired a shipping confirmations and customer service person first because I hated customer service, and I was like, that's what I want to. That's what I want to outsource. I want to outsource customer service first because I don't like customer service. And then I had her doing the shipping confirmations, and I was actually still listing, and I was just so happy for her to get and confirm the shipments, you know what I mean? And for her to send these letters, I made all these copy and paste letters. Like if it was a cancellation, she would just be like, okay, I'm going to get and cancel your order, cancel it. I made all these copy and paste messages, and I put them in a Facebook group. It's my employment Facebook group. So I have an employment Facebook group. If you own a business and you have a staff, I definitely recommend having an employment Facebook group because the Facebook groups are really cool. You can put different things in the file section, like if you have copy and paste letters, you know what I mean, and that kind of thing, or you want to follow some trainings in there and things like that, and don't want to, have to buy some other kind of training system. You can just use the free platform and compile information in there in the file section. So again, like I said before, I'm having a little bit of trouble. Keeping up with any comments or anything like that are in here because it's just the way the setup is here. So if you have any questions at any time, just leave the comments below. I can go ahead and come back here like after this recorded video because I'm not going to let this video go on for too long. There's going to be from here. I want to encourage you guys to, like I said, like this training, comment below free course, and then share this free training, and then from there give you some good over the shoulder stuff. I'm going to be rolling that stuff out next week and following up with everybody that's in this thread. And I'm going to be making sure everybody followed instructions. You know what I mean? Make sure everybody that followed instructions gets the gets that free training. So I went over all these topics, everyone here. It was fun to share my story. I hope you enjoyed some of the tips. If you enjoyed the free training here, hit the like button, hit the love button, comment below a 1. You know what I mean? Or something else like that. That'd be awesome. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Hope it didn't get too cold. That's what microwaves are for, right? Go put this thing in the microwave. But yeah, so if you'd like to get, I appreciate you guys, appreciate the like and the love. I see you guys on there. See you guys. I appreciate you guys. So if you like to, get a free consultation to talk about our coaching program that we just launched recently, feel free you can comment below that too. A free consultation. That'll give you a better, different kind of follow-up where we can get on the phone and have a quick phone conversation. See if it's a fit not only for you and not only for me, but for both of us. Because I always say the best sales when both parties win. The best sales when both parties win. So I want it to be a fit for both of us, and we're doing that at a very, very, very good rate right now. And the price is going to be definitely a lot more than it is now in the future, in the near future. As we become more in demand, for this, since we just launched this new Amazon dropshipping coaching program that wasn't about this free training here. But anyway, get myself off track a little bit sometimes. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the love. Like I said, any comments, anytime. If you catch I know so many of you are going to catch us on the recording. Feel free to drop any comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and share to get yourself a free course. And I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll see some of you guys on the phone in the near future. I'll talk to you, Hector, in 15 minutes. Peace.